Hey guys, it's Nick.
And I'm Anthony.
And we're the Polar Twins. For over 2 years, we've been creating content on muscle therapy. Do you even know what's going on with your body during a session? Muscle therapy works by stimulating bioelectricity, increasing circulation, hydrating tissues, activating fibroblasts and stem cells, modulating pain signals, breaking down scar tissue, and improving mitochondrial function.
So basically, muscle therapy is promoting healing and regeneration, reducing some pain, and increasing overall function.
Let's get into it. First effect is something called piezoelectricity. Piezoelectricity is a phenomenon where mechanical pressure on fascia, bone, or collagen generates an electrical charge. This occurs because collagen fibers are composed of charged proteins and minerals. And when they're stretched or compressed, they generate an electrical potential. So during muscle therapy, mechanical deformation of collagen releases localized electrical charges that stimulate fibroblasts, triggering tissue repair. This bioelectrical effect further signals stem cells to migrate to the area to enhance regeneration. So that's piezoelectricity, and that is happening during every muscle therapy session, during every stroke.
So building off piezoelectricity is something called streaming potentials. And basically this topic, what's going on during a muscle therapy session, is how the fluid movement is generating healing electricity. During a muscle therapy session, the increased fluid movement across the tissues that generate these currents, which help to restore tissue polarity, enhance the ion exchange, and stimulate local cellular activity. These electrical microcurrents help to induce fibroblastic function, nutrient transport, and hydration dynamics. In short, these bioelectrical effects are enhancing the healing potential inside your body with each stroke.
So the next thing that's happening during the session is we're affecting your fascia. So fascia is skin for your muscles. It's just this continuous collagen layer, but it really helps the whole communication system of your body. It helps all your muscles work together instead of separate. When fascia becomes dehydrated, it loses its elasticity and it stiffens up, which then doesn't allow your muscles to work as smoothly. Muscle therapy helps to rehydrate fascia by mechanically compressing and releasing the tissue, which squeezes out stagnant, toxin-laden interstitial fluid and allows the tissue to reabsorb fresh, nutrient-rich hydration. This effect is further enhanced by stimulating fibroblasts to make something called hyaluronic acid, which helps your body retain water and keep fascias maintain its gel-like structure. Muscle therapy is improving movement, reducing stiffness, and restoring fascia's role as a bioelectric conductor.
So the next thing is blood flow. You get a huge increase in blood flow. With the increase in blood circulation, that's bringing more oxygen, more nutrients, and repair molecules to the site of tissue being worked. So when this circulation's impaired, if we're not getting any sort of treatment or our blood flow is not as great, we have this accumulation of waste and garbage building up that then increases the inflammation, which in the end leads to slowing down of healing. We're reducing our healing potential. Muscle therapy stimulates these mechanical receptors in the blood vessel walls. That leads to the release of nitric oxide, a natural vasodilator that widens the blood vessels and increases blood flow. When we optimize blood flow, muscle therapy optimizes healing, reduces the recovery time, and improves overall function.
The next thing muscle therapy is doing is we're helping the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system has excess fluids, waste products, and toxins. But unlike our blood, it doesn't have a central pump. So it needs either a muscle contraction or manual muscle therapy to help it out. Muscle therapy manually stimulates the lymphatic drainage by applying rhythmic compression, pushing lymphatic fluid towards lymph nodes where it is filtered and eliminated. When it comes to the lymphatic system, muscle therapy is really beneficial in helping to get rid of swelling, especially when there is an injury involved, and getting that swelling to the lymph nodes to help your body help eliminate that fluid, that waste, while also allowing new fluid to get in there to help promote healing.
So the next thing that muscle therapy is able to have an effect on the body is pain relief. Many people will come in, they're complaining of pain. Muscle therapy usually is pretty quick at alleviating that pain. How muscle therapy does this is through two mechanisms. One that's called the gate control theory, and the other aspect is the release of endorphins. According to the gate control theory, pain signals travel along slow conducting nerve fibers, C fibers, whereas touch and pressure signals travel along fast conducting nerve fibers, which are A beta fibers. Those A beta fibers, which are fast, the brain prioritizes those fibers. So muscle therapy comes in because they're able to stimulate those fibers, essentially closing the gate on those pain signals reaching the brain. The second mechanism is when it stimulates the vagus nerve, which triggers the release of serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins, all the neurotransmitters that elevate mood, reduce pain perception, and promote relaxation. So the two mechanisms, the combination of the neurological side and the biochemical side, help to reduce chronic pain, lower stress levels, and increase overall well-being.
The next thing muscle therapy does is it helps to break down scar tissue and fascial adhesions. When you get injured, scar tissue can form because your body's trying to heal, and it lays down dense, irregular collagen, and this can limit movement. Unlike normal collagen, scar tissue is prone to adhesions, excessive cross-linking, and stiffness. Muscle therapy applies deep pressure and shear force, which breaks down unnecessary cross-links between collagen fibers, restoring tissue elasticity and normal function. Sustained mechanical pressure warms the tissue, which makes collagen more pliable and easier to reshape. Furthermore, muscle therapy signaling the body to replace rigid scar tissue with more organized collagen fibers. Over time, this process prevents long-term stiffness, improves mobility, reduces pain associated with adhesions.
So the next part that muscle therapy is working on is stimulating fibroblasts and stem cells inside your body. And so with muscle therapy, you're now activating the stem cell and the fibroblast, or you're stimulating those cells. And how that is stimulated is through these specific mechanical receptors inside the extracellular matrix. That mechanical, that force from the strokes of the muscle therapy is the thing that's changing that mechanical sensation into a biochemical aspect. The biochemical side is the stem cells and the fibroblasts. Fibroblasts will increase the collagen production. That's its focus. But then on the stem cell side of things, that's what's going to differentiate between becoming muscle, becoming fascia, becoming connective tissue. Two different molecules, but you need both together. That's occurring at the muscle therapy side to have that tissue regeneration.
The next thing muscle therapy does is something called mitochondrial biogenesis, which just means it helps the body make more mitochondria. And why that is important? Mitochondria is the powerhouse cell of the body, which means it makes ATP. If your body has energy available, it's gonna be able to heal more. When we improve this oxygen delivery, your mitochondria also love this. The combination of making more mitochondria and making them work more efficiently just leads to a faster recovery and even increased athletic performance when you're not injured.
On the last front of how muscle therapy helps you, it's getting you into a relaxed state. We have our autonomic nervous system. We have the sympathetic side, which is like that fight or flight mode. Then we have the parasympathetic side, which is the rest and digest state. Muscle therapy is shifting you from that sympathetic state and getting you to that parasympathetic state. How does this occur? Well, it's through the stimulation of the vagus nerve, which helps to lower the heart rate, reduce blood pressure, and promote deep relaxation. So not only does muscle therapy help with improving your sleep quality, but it improves digestion and enhances your immune function. This is how muscle therapy gets you better, quicker.
So those are the 10 mechanisms that are happening in your body during a muscle therapy session.
We hope that this video and this information help to educate you on why you should be adding muscle therapy to your routine. Well, if you guys have any questions, be sure to leave it down below.
We'll see you in the next one.